Hey, what's up, everybody? Instagram Live kicking off a little early today. Also streaming on YouTube. That's right, time to answer your questions. Get you guys ready to fucking kick ass this week. What's up? Good to see you on here. Right on. Welcome. Honor is dead. Hey. I like it. The stream is populating. There we go. Growing. Perfect. Chadwick, what's up, man? Good to see y'all. I appreciate the hearts, too. Rafael, my brother, good to see you. I appreciate that, sir. Joe, what's up, coach? Good to see you. Jerry, hey, buddy, good to see you. Libby, hello, coach. What's up, Tim? I like it. Class is full. Perfect. All right, so Monday, right? Who set their goals for the week? Who set their goals for the day? Who's already out here kicking ass? Appreciate that, Greg. Hello. Lumberjack, 2-mile run done. Good for you. 45 pounds down, my brother. DJK. Hey, Zan Thomas, what's up, coach? Love all these Dolce Diet coaches jumping in. Jasmine, hello, young lady. Hey, Bronx Tail, Conor McGregor. Conor's the man. I don't know. Can't talk smack about Conor. Food tips for the fighter with colitis. I would suggest you work with one of our registered dietitians. That's no joke. I'm cutting to 145 Friday. What should my weight be at this point? Hannah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, if you're cutting to 145 weigh-ins on Friday, I would want you to be within 10 pounds fully fed, fully hydrated right now. That would be ideal. We don't want you to be too low too soon, of course, not too high either. Keith Kaz, what's up, coach? Good to see you. Favorite post-workout meal? Well, depending on what you mean by meal. So right out of the gym or even while still in the gym, I'm going to hit a grass-fed whey protein isolate mixed with coconut water. That's one of my ideal favorite drinks to get in immediately. And then I'm going to have a well-balanced animal protein, probably a chicken or fish, something that digests rather easily, white jasmine rice, and maybe a little bit of greens on the side. That's immediately post-workout, though. Dr. Morrow, what's up, man? Armin, how to grow a neck like you? What do you mean? Hard work. I talk about that all the time. A lot of people ask, how to grow neck traps, kind of like I have, and I appreciate that. And it comes from blue-collar hard work. I pick up fucking heavy shit with perfect form. I work hard. I have no problem, swinging hammers and building decks and moving rubble in my normal day. I actually prefer to do that. Now, when I was a kid, when I was growing up in the powerlifting strength world as a wrestler, of course, I was a competitive amateur wrestler too, which is huge for building a big, strong neck. But when I was training, I was a high school kid, and I would train with the strongest male or strongest adult powerlifters in my area. And what I would do is I'd say, listen, let me train with you, and I'll clean up the weights. I'll set the bars, I'll set the weights. And they're like, yeah, all right, kid, that's good deal for us. And then you kind of tag along. I was like, yeah, motherfuckers, guess what? I'll be moving more pounds than you. Because I pulled, and I'm talking about guys that were squatting 600, 700, 800 pounds, benching 400, 500, 600 pounds. I mean, massive barbell rows, 400 pounds. I wasn't using that weight in the beginning. I was using that weight at the end. But what I would do is I would be stripping and piling these weights. These 45-pound plates, 8, 10, 12, 14, 45-pound plates. I'm pulling them on and off the bar every time everybody went. Tonnage. So that's one of my tips is don't be afraid to move weight, heavy weight constantly. Pick shit up off the floor at perfect form. Sarah loves Joel. Hello. Nicole Rogers Wellness. What's up, young lady? How does one become a Dolce Diet coach? I'm loving it. Nicole, we will be holding another Dolce Diet certification event here in Las Vegas. And we keep it a pretty exclusive group. We usually keep it capped at 20. I will certainly put you on the list and let you know. We've sold out every time that we do that. We've gone from very large venues at the Mandalay Bay and the MGM. Now we run it here at Dolce Fitness, which is great. So it's a much more intimate group where we can help you much more one-on-one. We We work on nutrition and dietetics. That's the cornerstone, right, of health and wellness. But we get deep into counseling and motivational interviewing, communicating the content that you actually have with the general public, how to brand yourself, how to act or properly position your business for monetization, how to get a larger global reach to get your products or services in the hands of those individuals who actually need it. So that's our level 1. We're actually working on our level 2, which is to become a Dolce certified fitness trainer. So 1 is our nutrition counselor, and number 2 is our fitness trainer, and then 3rd is our master trainer. We're likely running a level 2 in December. Level 1 will probably be somewhere in the fall and in December, and then level 2 will be in December. So Nicole, I will keep your name on the list. I'll let you know, but keep watching here also. Again, we sell out pretty quick. Monday evening here, Coach. Just cooking Dolce approved dinner. Teresa. Respect, young lady. Junior Jerry Williams, what weight should I be at 5'8"? Well, that really depends. I don't worry too much about your body weight. What I do want to focus on is your percentage of muscle mass or lean mass to non-functional mass. So what is your body fat percentage, Jerry? That's the goal. Now, for healthy adult males, we want to be below 14%. Being below 14% eliminates or reduces the percentage of all-cause mortality. That's the most important thing, to be healthy. Once we're healthy, then we can focus on being narcissistic and vain. Then we can get those abs popping, those pecs round, and we could, maybe reshape that booty and those legs, ladies. So below 14% is number 1 goal. Below 12%, or between 10 to 12%, that's ideal for the average healthy adult. Day 4 of the 1,000 push-up challenge, doing 12 each set. My arms are on fire. Dave. So Dave is following our 1,000 push-ups per day program that is on our YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out. Also, we have a new podcast just released today with Mr. Frank Carreri. Frank Carreri is a 3-time IBJJF Masters World Champion Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He is also a highly acclaimed award-winning journalist, having his work featured on CNN, Fox News, USA Today, and he worked for the UFC for many years also, bringing some of the most compelling interviews behind the scenes. He's also a TEDx speaker. He runs Mind Jiu-Jitsu, which is a very cerebral concept in pursuing your goals, your dreams, and we have a great 2.5-hour conversation. That's the Mike Dolce Show podcast. Make sure you download it. Jenna, hey Mike, hey Dolce. I made weight Wednesday and fought Friday. I won gold. Your program always helps. Jenna, that is awesome to hear. Congratulations for you. Way to kick ass and be focused. Love it. Greek yogurt, okay, once a day. Jeff, I wouldn't see a problem with that. Jerry, you're 200 pounds. Yep. So Jerry, again, what's your body fat percentage? How often Greek yogurt? I'll eat maybe 4 ounces a few times a week max. Thoughts on aminos, BCAAs. So branch chain amino acids, I call bullcrap amino acids. There's no reason for you to have to purchase an additional BCAA supplement when you're already eating optimal amino acids throughout the day. Right? You don't need to do that. We want to get all of our amino acids from whole food sources. If we can't get them from whole food sources because of maybe a convenience factor from time to time, or because you're pushing at a much higher rate than the average person, then you want to look into a whey protein isolate. A whey protein isolate contains all 9 amino acids, also includes the 3 BCAAs. There's no reason to waste your money on BCAAs. Take also into consideration that most BCAA supplements have synthetic chemicals dumped in for no other reason other than to improve margin for the company at your expense. Raw PT. Mike, I know what you recommend for protein and carbs per pound of body weight, but what about fat? So fat should correlate to your carb intake because it is an energy source. Now, we can swing our fat. It really depends on your individual physiology. It depends on what your insulin sensitivity is. It depends on what your goals are. It depends on what your level of lean mass is. So the fat intake can vary widely. I mean, you can take in 30 grams of fat per day. You can take in 100 grams of fat per day, which sounds insane, but that's only 900 calories of fat, which isn't actually as much as it sounds, depending on how low your carbs is and how sensitive you are. Chadwick, what are your thoughts on biohacking and taking all these supplements to gain an edge? I think it's bullshit. It's 100% fucking bullshit, and it's perpetuated by a lazy public, and it's perpetuated by individuals who are trying to take your money. They're capitalizing on your laziness. That's what it is. So you can actually biohack. I'm going to biohack my brain, biohack my life. You can actually biohack your fucking life by eating real food, by being healthy, by sleeping completely, by exercising regularly, by eliminating stress, by writing your goals down, by coming up with action steps, by creating systems in your life that make you more efficient. Even though we're all prone to being lazy, that's my concept on biohacking. So taking supplements to, quote, gain an edge is fucking bullshit, and most of these supplements don't work anyway. So it's a waste of money. If you want to fucking just waste your money, throw it out the window, you can send it to me. I will take your money, and I guarantee you I will put it to good use. Cisco, good morning from Arizona. Looking to increase my cardio. Well, cardio for what, Cisco? Unfortunately, I can't answer that question. Cardio, are you a MMA fighter? Are you a marathon runner? Are you a CrossFit competitor? Are you a military operator? CrossFit for what? SP Hop. I'm currently at 20% body fat, female, 5'9", and 6 stone. So 6 stone is 6 times 14 is 6 stones of this is muscle. How can I lower my body fat? Well, shoot. I mean, you're at 20% body fat. That puts you into a rather advanced level. Good for you. Not knowing your body, not seeing what your predisposition is to actually hold and store body fat. You could be voluptuous and curvaceous in a very healthy way. So 20% could be relatively lean or very lean for you. 20% on some individuals might look like skinny fat. So to be respectful and honest, optimist, SP Hop, optimist, I don't know how to say that well. But 20% is great. A female at 20% is a male being closer to 10%. So kudos to you. Great job. Now, if you wanted to kick it up to the next level, I would suggest going to thedolcediet.com and trying out our 3 weeks to shredded program. It is amazing. It is the most sophisticated, it is the most effective short-term weight cutting / weight loss program on the market, thedolcediet.com. You can use my promo code Dolce10 and save 10% right now. And you can even enroll into our $1,000 to shredded contest, in which I'm going to pay somebody, another person, $1,000 to get in amazing shape. Why not? So that would be my answer. Now, if you wanted to, and not in a creepy way, but if you wanted to send me photos, or if you wanted to tag me in photos that you already have on your page, I can take a look and say, oh shit, you're holding, stubborn fat, sex-specific fat due to gender, maybe in your hips, maybe in your breast area. Females tend to hold it also back of the triceps. We can find some stubborn areas that might actually have to do with some sort of hormone imbalance or insulin sensitivity. So we could drill down a little bit deeper. And that's what we do here if you're working with our team. Rafael, do you live in Vegas? Yes, I do. So the Dolce Diet and Fitness Center is located in Las Vegas. Rafael, it would be great to see you, brother. Anybody who wants to come in, shoot an email to support@thedolcediet.com. You can set an appointment up. You can sit down face-to-face, and we can run a consult. We can run you through training. We can put you through a little mini training camp here. The mechanic, I feel fine and great at 1,700 calories. I'm 6'1" and 180. According to the industry, I'm under eating. How do I continue to lose weight? Mechanic, it does look like you're under eating. I would say, I don't know what your expenditure is, but I would start bumping up calories just a little bit. And I would only go at 300 per day. So you can actually go back and listen to my last YouTube video. Go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dolce Diet, and I talk about exactly this actually. Robbie Summers, what's up, man? Jerry, I appreciate that. How do I get rid of bad habits, especially eating? You set goals for yourself and you stick to them, right? You actually have to stick to your goals. You have to create new habits to replace the old bad habits that you once had. You have to become the new you and not maintain old you. That's how we actually do this. So it's not easy. It's hard. It's difficult. It's so difficult, in fact, that most people will never be who they were intended to be. Most people will sit back and make up excuses and point the finger and complain and whine and cry, but they'll never move forward. They'll simply maintain that, and they'll actually regress because those bad habits are self-repeating. in that they continuously get worse because you continue. And I'm not talking about you, Din Jr., but most people in general are fucking lazy slobs. Most people are entitled little brats. Most people do not want to do the work necessary to have the success they believe they're entitled to have. You're not entitled to it. You're not entitled to fucking shit. The only thing you're entitled to, I don't even want to say life. Because lifestyle-related illness will kill 2 out of 3 people, right? So the only thing you're actually entitled to is decisions. You can make your own decision. You can actually be better or you can be worse. You can become more fit or you can become less fit. You can become rich or you can stay poor. But that is a decision. That becomes a habit. Once you start making decisions that are in your best interest, you become in the habit of making decisions that are in your best interest, right? And that's what we want to do. We want to start making better decisions. And it doesn't have to be a life-changing decision, an earth-shaking decision day one. It just becomes better. I choose to do 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 better. The more often you choose to do better, to be better, you become better. So, Din Jr., this is how you get rid of bad habits. You choose to get rid of them first and foremost. And then when you're faced with a bad habit, you choose a good habit. You choose to not be as bad, to not be as bad, to not be as bad, and pretty soon you choose to be good. So I'm not even telling you, I'm not forcing you, I'm not putting a gun to your head making you be perfect, because you'll never be perfect. I'll never be perfect. No one will ever be perfect, regardless of what their fucking Instagram account tries to lie and show you. Nobody's perfect, but we can all be better. It's your choice. Gene, good morning, Mike. Need to restart the program. What you suggest? I am moving to Florida tomorrow and have to stay at a hotel for a couple days. Any suggestions? Please help. Start now. Why do you got to start tomorrow? Why start tomorrow? Start now. This actually fits on what I just said. Why start? I hate that. I hate that. And Gene, I'm not mad at you, but I'm mad at the mentality. Why start tomorrow when we can start now? Right now. What? Make a better decision right now. What's your next meal going to be? What's your next beverage going to be? Are you optimally hydrated? Or are you optimally nourished? Are you thinking the right thoughts? Are you positive? Are you in a good frame of mind? Are you smiling at your neighbors? Are you holding doors for people who are coming in after you? Are you spreading good cheer and positive energy around you that will come back to you? Are you getting a good night's sleep, 7.5 to 9 hours per night? Is your home clean and uncluttered? Are your bills paid? Are you optimizing your life? Are you working as hard as you can to be better? Gene, so you start right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't use moving as an excuse, because if you know you're moving, you know where you're moving, you know where you're going, you know what path you're taking to get there, and you know you'll need to eat every 3 hours during that time. Easy. So you can actually prepare, you can plan your meals, you can prepare your meals, and then you can consume your meals at the time you're supposed to. That's what this is about. Or you can just sit there and complain. And you go, oh, I have to move. Oh, I can't eat well. I have to move. I have to do all that stuff. So then I won't be healthy. So I'm going to give myself this fake pass. I'm going to pretend that I'm not in charge of my life. I'm going to pretend that the external environment is actually the boss of me. That's not going to work, Gene. That's what most people do, though. So I'm not mad at you. But now you know. So what are you going to do about it? Miss Heather, wanting to lose 30 pounds. Do I start with 3 weeks to shredded or another program? Getting ready to purchase one of the programs ASAP. Miss Heather, start 3 weeks to shredded right now. Right now. Go to thedolcediet.com right now. Use promo code Dolce10 and start right now. You want to lose 30 pounds. 3 weeks to shredded was designed to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. Let's say you lose half that. That's huge. And that's only doing half as well as the average person is doing on 3 weeks to shred it. I think you can do a hell of a lot better, but start now. Like everybody, start now. Don't, oh, well, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start next Monday. No, start now. Start now, because you won't. You won't. That's weakness. That's a weak mind. Don't fucking be weak, ladies and gentlemen. Be strong. Push. Challenge yourself. Sacrifice. Be uncomfortable. That's what this is about. That's how you become successful. You're fucking uncomfortable all the time. I'm uncomfortable all the time. I'm uncomfortable talking to you guys right now. I don't know what this next question is going to be. I have no idea. I don't know if you guys are sitting there laughing at me, giving me the finger, talking shit. I don't know. It's not comfortable to talk to thousands of people. But I do it because I'm here to help, and I make the decision to sit down and set this time. Shit, I could be at the coffee shop next door sipping on a latte, staring at the beautiful sunshine. But I'm in here in our conference room talking to you guys. Nicole, so exciting. Thank you. I'd love to be a part of your amazing team. Nicole, I would love to have you, actually. I've been following you, and I'm very impressed with what you're doing. You're actually living it, young lady, so you'd be an amazing addition to the team, what we have going on here. And I think there's lots of things that we could do together. So we'll keep in touch. We'll keep talking, Nicole. Trace, collagen peptides as a supplement, like from Vital Proteins, yay or nay? I'm going to reserve. Give me till the end of the week, because I actually have a buddy who works for Vital Proteins, and I have some inside information. I know a lot of good stuff to say, actually, but I want to be able to deliver this information better for you. Amazing, Nicole. I will. Lumberjack, I have not received it yet, but I've been traveling, so I'll get to the PO box today for you. I promise. Mike, answered that. What's your advice for creatine during a weight cut? No creatine. You got to stop that 3 weeks out. Get off the creatine. It's a cell volumizer. You're going to be holding additional water. Mike, rum, lime, and soda water, okay, when you're trying to lose fat. Niners girl, is that alcohol? No, I'm never going to tell you to drink alcohol. I'm never going to tell you go and poison yourself while trying to be healthy. Mike Dolce will never, ever, ever, ever tell you that. I will never tell you to go poison yourself. And I will not let you off the hook and say alcohol is a weakness also. You can get off alcohol. Oh, but Dolce, everybody's doing it. Why are you such a square, Dolce? Because that's my fucking job, is to tell you the truth. Right? If you have any, quote, fitness experts out there that are telling you, oh, it's okay to drink a little bit, they're fucking lying to you. I'm not going to. Now, you can go and do it anyway in spite of what I tell you. That's fine. I can't get mad at you because you're an adult. You're making an informed decision. But I will not tell you to go and fucking poison yourself as a fitness expert. I can't do it. Greg Dack, what's the best way to carb cycle? Eat based upon activity and based upon insulin sensitivity. Now, go back and listen to our most recent YouTube episode, our YouTube video, where I talk a lot about this information. I do, 10 minutes on it. Best way to measure body fat percentage at home, I would go find a bod pod. If you can't find a bod pod, find some local facility that has an in-body bioimpedance scale. Sean Anderson, Kelvin will be welterweight champ if he goes back. I agree, Kelvin is a beast. Big fan from the UK. What's up? It's just DT. Awesome. Trans fat terrible for you. Where can I buy your protein online? It is coming out soon. So it's the updated version. The updated version of the Dolce Way will be out soon. Chadwick. Huge marketing gimmick. Exactly. BCAAs are crap. Hey, coach, my stubborn father-in-law is pre-diabetic but insists on having sweets. Anything to substitute to help with that? I can't speak to that, actually, because he is pre-diabetic. I would say he has to be working with his doctor, under his doctor's care, most likely working with an endocrinologist. What I would tell you, Keith, is get a copy of Living Lean Cookbook. I think you already have one. And then bring that to his doctor and say, what can he eat out of that? Look at our snacks and smoothie recipes for sure. But he might be having these craves, number one, because he's emotionally weak, or number two, because he has some sort of deficiency his body is craving, that he's recognizing as it's craving sugar when really it's craving nutrients. Rogan's post about carbs causing cardiovascular disease, I didn't drill down deeply into it, but it's not carbohydrates, it's the processed carbs, and I think that needs to be differentiated. You're not going to develop cardiovascular disease by eating quinoa or steel-cut oats. That's not going to be the cause. You're not going to get it by eating blueberries and apples. You're not going to get cardiovascular disease by eating food such as that. So I didn't drill down deeply into it, but I didn't see processed. But he's not wrong that carbs, but not just carbs, because saturated fats in certain quantities from certain food groups can cause cardiovascular disease and are linked to cardiovascular disease. So it's not just one. It's like Batman with Jack Nicholson. It's not just one specific ingredient. It's the combination of the ingredients that actually cause this dis-ease. Producer Dan, of the 6 friends I have in CrossFit, 4 have injuries. They blame poor coaching and unreasonable goals. I agree. What I've seen, unfortunately, in my personal experience, many of the CrossFit facilities and many of the CrossFit programs are not built to build humans, not built properly. They're not focused on biomechanically correct information. They're focused on periodization. They're focused on this, variability training. Like, I don't even know what the CrossFit's new kind of mantra or tenet is, but max reps for time. Have you ever seen these fucking videos? Max reps for time of like the snatch or the clean and press or the deadlift where they're bouncing and bouncing and bouncing these rubber plates off the floor. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's ridiculous. Not to say every CrossFit facility or every CrossFit gym or coach, but I've seen many in my personal experience. Hey, Mike, I keep getting stacked on my neck in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by much larger guys. This is causing neck pains, though. Any exercises that would help protect my neck? Well, Spider Dylan, what I would suggest actually is your technique is an issue more than anything else. So if you're locking up a triangle, you got to be hooking the leg. You got to be hooking the hip. You must be doing something differently. You need to be scooting back to break their base. They shouldn't be stacking you up. That's what I would focus on more than anything else, while also training your neck. I would focus on, you can manual resistance with a buddy that's just kind of pushing your head, when you're resisting, pushing your head in all different degrees. You can focus on bridging, which is really good. You can use elastic bands, but be careful. I've seen people actually with an elastic band on their head that snips down and grabs their throat. But technique. Hoping to sign up with one of your dietitians. However, my biggest fear is the food prep. Some foods and how to prepare them can be intimidating. Well, T-Mama 7, I agree with you. That's why we meet you where you are. We build your meal plan based upon your ability to prepare it. So don't worry. If you hate being in the kitchen, we come up with very simple meal plans for you. If you love to be in the kitchen cooking, we come up with a different assortment of meal plans for you. We meet you where you are. We build you the exact program you need. That's the beauty of working with our team through our My Diet program. When you're working with our team, you're working with your own personal registered dietitian who will answer every question and build you the exact meal plan that you need for your goals, but your ability to follow through, because compliance is everything. Go to dolcedietshop.com to sign up for the My Diet program. Honor is dead. In appreciation of your time, looking into purchasing something from your store, what would you recommend for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Honor is dead. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's very generous. Not necessary, but I and the team do appreciate that. So if you go to dolcedietshop.com, you can purchase anyone. I'd suggest one of our books. Our Living Lean Cookbook Volume 2 is over 250 Dolce-approved recipes, or 3 Weeks to Shred It. It is the most successful weight-cutting manual in existence. So one of those two would be ideal. Check out our signature shirts. Those are huge sellers too. Oh, Ruda, you mentioned getting under 14% for a male. What's the general health percentage, body fat percentage for a woman? For a woman, I'd say somewhere below that 25%, down, getting closer to the low 20s. Now, women hold body fat differently than men do. You think about some women who are very voluptuous and very curvaceous, and other women who just naturally tend to be leaner. That's not better or worse, that's just different. So women have a different accumulation of body fat that can still be healthy. So you can be at a 25% body fat percentage for some women and be vastly healthier than a lady who's also at 20%. So somewhere around that 20 to 25% range. Where can I send you my picture for you to view this? So, SP Hop, just DM me. That's always the best and easiest way. Shoot me a DM. I check it once a day. I'll take a look and see. And I always answer. I try my best to answer everyone's DMs. For those, outside of SP. I try and answer everybody. Just don't give me a huge paragraph. I can't read it all and answer every. I get over 100 DMs per day, and I try and answer every single one. I had my gallbladder removed last July, and that's when I started putting on belly fat. Interesting, Jerry. What's the doctor say you have a restricted diet as a result of? Tug, I'm 170 and need to weigh in at 145 on September 15th, fighting at Bama. Can you help? Absolutely, that's what we do. So we're talking about 35 or 25 pounds. Yep, 25 pounds, September 15th. That gives you just over 2 months. All right, that's not bad. You're a big boy, big featherweight. But we have Mirsad Bektik, who walks around closer to 180 and comes down. We had Nick Lentz, when he was fighting at 145. He was walking around also in the 180s to make that. So I would suggest, one, you can work with us through Dolce.shop.com and sign up to our My Diet program, or go to the DolceDiet.com. And I would suggest the 12-week Living Lean plus 3 weeks of Shredded program. That's a personalized online version of what we do personally with registered dietitians in the My Diet program. Either one of those should work, brother. Is drinking room temp water better than cold water? I prefer that. Gene, I want to start today. Start today, Gene. Start right now. Right now. Appreciate the honest truth spitting. Din Jr., you got it. That's what we do here, right? That's what we're known for. I'm never, ever, ever going to lie to you guys, and I am never going to pretend I know more than I actually do. I'm always going to speak to you from a place of love and care and concern, but also of experience. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think from the experience that I have of doing this for 93 is when I opened this company, officially opened the company in 93. So what's that, 24 years? Insanity. I've worked with the best athletes, thousands of athletes, the greatest athletes on the planet, Olympic medalists, world champions, and all the top contenders and placers and finishers and all that stuff. And then, I don't even know, thousands, tens of thousands of regular people during my time, not including the millions of people who have actually used our products, services, books, content, and things such as that. Not in a good frame of mind, stressed out. Gene, you know what beats stress? You know what gets our mind right is work, is goal setting. We must set goals because attaining goals builds confidence. Increasing confidence builds momentum. Momentum builds anything we want. So if you're not happy right now, if you're not confident right now, if you're in a rut right now, if you're not achieving the things that you should be achieving right now, did you fucking write them down? Did you write them down? Did you set a goal? Do you have a yellow pad in front of you? Do you have a yellow pad in front of you? Do you write your goals every day and then check those goals and then follow up with action steps of those goals? If not, what are you doing? How can you expect to be successful? How can you expect to move forward? It's like I live in LA and I want to drive to New York City and I'm going to get in my car and I'm just going to start driving. Did you fucking set it into the GPS? Do you have a map? Do you know turn by turn exactly how far I have to go, how fast I have to go to get to the next waypoint, to the next waypoint, to the next waypoint, so I can most efficiently get to my end goal? If you haven't done any of that, of course you're lost. Of course you're not in a good frame of mind. Of course you're stressed out because you're spinning around. You're driving around your neighborhood. You don't know where the fuck you're going. Wasting gas, stuck in traffic, making wrong turns. At dead ends. Of course you're stressed out. You must set goals. You must set action steps, and you must follow through with them. Each and everything you do, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not writing down your goals, you already fucked up. You might get lucky. A blind squirrel eventually finds a nut, or every so often finds a nut, whatever that quote is. I don't even know if that's true. But do not be that. You must be focused. Or you will not be successful. You will be stressed out. You will be so inefficient at life. You won't even have 1% of the success that you could have and should have had. Boxing boot camp. My dog's on a Dolce plan. Hell yes, so's mine. Is Tailgate going to happen this weekend? I don't think so because the whole world is watching. I don't think so. Shalom. Christina, should I decrease protein size from 3 weeks of shredded if I'm a smaller person? I'm 5'2" feet and weigh 110. Well, if you're on our online version, Christina, if you're using the DolceDiet.com's online version of 3 weeks of shredded, the meal plan is already built for you. I would say don't make any adjustment at all. It's already built for you. If you're following the book 3 weeks to shredded, then we build one example meal plan. I would scale that down. I would take your body weight divided by, I think the user body weight was 190, and I would come up with a relative, a general basis for you to start. My suggestion would be the DolceDiet.com. It's all built for you. Escobar, joke of the day. I'll start tomorrow. I love it. I'm at Escobar4. That's what I'm talking about, my man. Good job. Do you believe in adrenal fatigue from stimulants like coffee? Absolutely. It's not a belief. It's not a faith. It's factual. Creatine during a weight cut for MMA and grappling tournaments, rich pain? No, you're going to be holding, man. You could be put on 8, 10, 12 pounds, depending on body size, of just water volumization, which looks great, increases strength. But when you're cutting weight, no way. Your thinking is so off from Christy for real. Christy, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm here. I'm just telling the truth. God, I got experience. I got so much experience to share with you guys. Awesome. Get fit. Thank you. Test love. That's right. Be uncomfortable. Thoughts on cold cuts without nitrates, no processed meat. The World Health Organization has recently come out and stated that processed meats will cause or have a high incidence of cancer causing results, right? So processed meats have become classified as a class 1 carcinogen equal to that of cigarettes and asbestos. That doesn't mean if you eat processed meats, you will get cancer as fast as someone who smokes cigarettes, but at the same time, it's in that same category. We do not eat cold cuts. We do not suggest cold cuts. We suggest 0 processed meats. Primals at primal.swolger. My man Eric Leha. Everybody should be following at primal.swolger if you want some motivation. If you want to see a sexy man with his shirt off, you should be going to primal.swolger. Drink and stink. I don't know what that is. How long should I empty stomach cardio, and what's the best heart rate for activity? Jano, I prefer somewhere sub 120, even sub 110 beats per minute, and 60 minutes would be ideal. Shout out from Canada. What's up, Tongue-tastic? Why are you not vegan? Scientifically, environmentally, the best thing for your body. Stephen, I would actually disagree with that. It's scientifically not the best, nor is it environmentally the best. Now, we can debate this back and forth a million times. What I will say is 90% of my consumption is plant-based. The rest is made up primarily of wild-caught meats. Now, we can have a much deeper argument on wild-caught meats versus conventionally raised, and I agree. Conventionally raised meat is disgusting, but many of the conventionally raised plant-based products is disgusting. Such a massive waste of property. And how many animal lives die due to the milling of wheat products or the turning over of cornfields and all these other such things. We could go deeper down that rabbit hole, but I think we're in agreement really philosophically. So we'll stop there. 90% of my food consumption is plant-based, and every meal plan that the Dolce Diet writes, like our DolceDiet.com online program, our cookbooks, we have vegan options. So we do not say you must eat meat. I personally choose to eat small portions of wild-caught meat in my life. My working day is sharing a gym with a steroid-boosted, fat, ab-bloated bodybuilding trainers. You, sir, are a breath of fresh air when I get home. Hellsy, I appreciate that. Thank you. I am the anti-bro, right? You know, these juice heads piss me off because they're putting a lot of fake information out there. What they should be doing is talking about their drug cycles. And I'm not going to judge that. Take drugs, that's fine. I have more of a libertarian view on what we do to our own bodies. But at the same time, when you're telling other people what to consume, these same fucking idiots are telling these people they should be eating 6, 8, 10, 12 ounces of red meat in a single meal, that they should be living on, egg white, red meat, tilapia, and, oatmeal and asparagus while taking handfuls, hundreds of dollars a month of fucking disgusting, unhealthy sports supplements, but they're not disclosing their drug cycles to make them look the way they do. So Hellsy, good girl. Good job, young lady. Keep it up. What's the fastest way to lose body fat in a short period? I would go to thedolcediet.com right now. Click on Get Shredded. It is the most effective weight loss program. You can lose up to 21 pounds in 21 days. This is the program used by the majority of professional athletes getting ready for weight class dominated sports. It was designed for our world class athletes getting ready to compete at the UFC level, at the world class level. That's thedolcediet.com. Click on Get Shredded. Use my promo code Dolce10. You'll save 10%. Why not? CrossFit is focused on high monthly memberships. I know, right? $200, $250 a month. It's stupid. Must listen to Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang. I do almost every day. If you go back and listen to a lot of my videos, my training videos, you're always going to hear Wu-Tang in the background. Danny O'Shea, I do. We do diet plans. My team, we have a team of registered dietitians on staff who creates meal plans specifically for you. You can go to DolceDietShop.com and sign up for our My Diet program. You'll work one-on-one with one of our registered, credentialed, licensed dietitians to build you the exact meal plan you need. Mechanic, what do I do after 3 weeks of shredded to keep the gains? I would say go back to week 1. Back cycle, reverse diet back to week 1 and keep on going. Watch what happens. Hey, Amelia. Danny, oh, thank you. Appreciate it. DolceDietShop.com, B. Ventura. Emmeline, hello. Loyalties. I am not vegetarian, actually. I'm an omnivore. I eat meat almost daily, or animal products. I don't eat a lot of red meat, truly, and when I do, it's only 4 ounces. I'm 220 pounds of fucking steel, baby. Boom! But at the same time, I only eat 4 ounces of red meat if I do actually eat it. 4 ounces of chicken or fish at a time. Because 90% of my food consumption is through plant-based sources. I don't need to eat 20 grams of protein from animal products when I have another 20 or 30 grams of protein from plant-based products. It makes no sense. So those of you, I'm a fucking man, I'm a man, give me the big steak. You're not a fucking man. You're uneducated. You're ridiculous. There's no reason for you to be eating more than 4 to maybe 6 ounces of animal protein at any single sitting. It makes absolutely no sense if you're eating the right foods along with it. Most people don't. They're just fucking broed out. Looking at ways to boost test. TRT is not available in the UK. I don't know how old you are. Have you had blood work done so do you know what your test levels are? Are you sleeping 9 hours per night? Are you training briefly yet intensely? 45 minutes of high intensity exercise has been shown to boost testosterone. So has intercourse. That's actually a good thing. So make sure you're having more consensual, healthy, safe sex. Having a diet that fulfills all your micronutrient deficiencies is important. Look into your vitamin D3 levels and your DHEA and pregnenolone levels. I would do that holistically first. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting has now become the new keto. Fucking people. Always looking for a quick fix. What happened to keto? Everybody's off keto. Now they're trying to intermittent fast. Fucking idiots. Morning for fasted cardio, black coffee only. Pea protein versus whey protein always. Thoughts on desiccated liver? Mr. Vince Garanda made that very popular back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Not so much. Dolce is casein better than whey isolate? Nope. Is it important to count carbs on the diet? To be aware of carbs for sure. Rice protein worth looking into? Nah. Miss KU, hey Mike, just wanted to say thank you. You're so full of inspiration, great meal ideas, and generally just helping me to live a healthy life. You're awesome. Well, Miss_K_U, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the nice note. That means a lot. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to help you guys. Nicole Rogers, which I don't know what I'm preaching about, but I get pretty preachy up here, and it was probably something I said that shoots the bro mentality in the foot, because I think you're an anti-bro like I am. Hey Mike, just started the 3 weeks of shredded. Is it normal to feel fatigued and hungry-ish when starting out Torah? It is actually normal at first, but that energy will come back and you will feel amazing. I guarantee it. Keep it up. Keep me posted. I want to see progress report too. Johnny Rivet, thanks for all the info. Nice to hear your voice, brother. My brother Johnny, good to see you. Everyone should be following Mr. @Johnny Rivet. You want to talk about wild-caught meats? Johnny Rivet is the king of wild-caught meats up there in Canada. I would check out @Johnny Rivet on Instagram to learn more about what he does. He runs an operation, a hunting camp up there, takes people out into the wilderness to catch their own meat, and then he helps them, process it, bring it back back home, get it to where it needs to be so they can feed their families properly. Johnny, you are a superstar, my friend, and you are on my bucket list to actually come up there and go on a hunt with you guys so I can fill my own fridge with my own hands. That is a bucket list goal of my own. And I saw how the ladies did this weekend too. I was so happy. It was so happy. It was so cool to see. And Johnny's girls, wife and daughter, they actually ran the Spark race this weekend, which is super cool. I haven't tried Lana's egg whites. Don't know anything about it. Christina, you got it. Manny, my brother. And Manny, I miss you, my man. And you and your beautiful wife and your little beautiful baby. How is she doing? Manny, Manville the Anvil Gamburian, everybody. Those of you who know MMA know that this man is the OG, a true gangster, a legend in the world of mixed martial arts, and one of the fucking coolest, most humble, sweetest human beings. I mean, a beast in the octagon, but one of the best humans, truly one of the best human beings I know. I love you, Manny. Who needs move working out the abs? I'm eating donuts watching this comedy. Dr. Morrow, you need some filtering because I don't know what you just said. Your joke fell flat, homie. Nicole Rogers, I just find a ridiculous cutting diet for a physique comp, and I was nervous to go straight on your diet, but I'm maintaining weight and not rebounding at all, and I feel amazing. You are the bomb. Nicole, that is awesome. So you just finished a ridiculous cutting diet as a physique competitor, and if you guys look at Nicole Rogers Wellness, her page, you can see amazing shape, beautiful physique, and she's a physique competitor by trade. She was scared to jump onto our program, but she's maintaining her weight, no rebound at all, and she actually feels amazing, Nicole, because now you are fulfilling your micronutrient needs. We're keeping your diet structured and stable while giving you whole foods, which is a beautiful thing. I love your story, Nicole. Please make sure you're keep data, keep progress photos, keep your pics and those things, because that's something that we can spin to much success in the future. Keep it up. Keep a little journal or diary too. Stefan, awesome. I agree. It's cool. See, buddy, we agree, man. And most people think I was like anti-vegan at first, and some people think I am a vegan. It's funny because like the meat eaters think I'm a vegan, and then the vegans think I'm like this meat eating savage. It's both. Like you can be both. We're educated. We're intelligent. Is it true that protein powder is not good for you? Johnny, it depends on the protein powder. So we actually came out with our own protein powder because there was so much shit on the market. Our product called the Dolce Whey is a cold processed, cross-flow, microfiltered, non-GMO whey protein isolate that comes from grass-fed cows. That is ideal. There's no artificial flavors, no artificial sugars, no artificial anything put into our product. That's about the best. It's cold processed and cross-flow microfiltered. That's as clean as it can get. I put that in the group as a whole food. It's closer to being a Greek yogurt than to being a supplement. Scooby, last night I had a temperature of 102. Could that be from sucralose withdrawal? Scooby, I'm not sure. I would suggest you talk to your doctor and find out. But it's not from switching to healthy food for sure. But talk to your doctor. Who knows? Somebody could have sneezed on you. How do I get 20 or 30 grams of protein from plants? Quinoa and what else? Quinoa, black beans, pinto beans, chickpeas, lentils, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, cashews, almonds, avocado, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. There's a whole list. Just more. The more plant-based products you can have on your plate, the better. Bloodborne. Hey, Coach, I want to pay it forward. Can I purchase a plan for somebody else as well as myself? You are amazing, Bloodborne. Very, very proud of you. And absolutely you can. So which plan were you looking at? You can simply shoot us an email to support@thedulcediet.com and we'll get you taken care of. Good for you. We'll probably even give you a discount because you're fucking awesome. I love that paying it forward. What blood work do we get? The cholesterol check, testosterone levels. I have both roots straight, and I'm down 40 pounds and want to start again with new goals. So Escobar, what doctor? I would go to your doctor and say you want a complete blood panel. I want everything. Get as much as your insurance will cover. You want a cardiac panel. You want your lipid panel. You want your blood sugar panel. You want your hormone panel. You want to look for deficiencies also. Now, unfortunately, depending if you go to, Quest or LabCorp, any of these other labs, they call these tests different things. Tell your doctor you want to see everything. Anything that they can check and measure, you actually want to see, and then go from there. Now, depending on cost and price, what does your healthcare cover? And I would throw an extra $50 or $100 on top of that to get everything. Adam Ray, I don't know. We get a lot of people posting some odd comments on here. We don't, just don't pay attention to them. Tracy Fortner, you helped me out several years ago. Tracy, I remember you, Lady Trey. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back. How has life been? Since, what have you been up to? Come on, we need to chat. We need to dish. How are you doing? How's life since your foray into the world of the Dolce diet? The technician. I was a hard cocaine user for the past year and a half and in deep depression, but used to be a high-level fighting shape and just came off 2 big wins as an amateur boxer. Is it still possible to come out? 100%. And when you say come back, you've already come back. You've already made the decision, and huge respect to you for breaking that addictive habit and moving forward. If you can, go back and listen to the replay about what I discussed about breaking habits and replacing bad habits with new, better, positive habits. And we take one step forward. One step, one step, one step, one step. We're not trying to be perfect. We'll never be perfect, technician, but we need to be better, always be better. Now, you need to understand, well, what are your goals right now? And if you want to be a world champion, that's fine. If you want to be the universe champion, that's fine. If you want to be a regional, local, or what my goal would be is simply to train and to get better, to get better, to get better, to get better, to get better. Because if you focus on what you control is just getting better, being better every day, doing the things to make you better every day, you will get to that local champion, regional champion, world champion, universe champion level. But God bless you, brother. Good for you. Keep it up. Respect your body. Take care of your body and replace those old negative vices with something new, positive, and healthy. Good for you, my friend. Keep me posted. I want to hear. Keep me posted. Werber, I feel like needles poking on the side of my temple. Could that be dehydration? Werber, I do not know, but I would strongly suggest you go and talk to your doctor and find out as soon as possible. Don't mess around. Anything weird going on in your body, ladies and gentlemen, go talk to your doctor. Get diagnosed. Make sure everything's fucking normal. Sha blah blah blah. How important is being energetic as a trainer? It's one of the most important things, because a lot of times people come in and they're not energized. They're coming in, they're hiring a trainer because they need the trainer's energy. And you better fucking believe that's what I get. When you walk into my room, when you walk onto my mats, when you walk into my gym, when you walk into my class, whether it's one person or 1,000 people, you better fucking be ready. You better be as energized as I am. Because I'm going to take you and drag you kicking and screaming to my level and keep you there. In a short period of time, you become that energy. I believe in my clients more than they believe in themselves, and that's why they hire me. Eventually, they actually believe in themselves as much as I believe in them. They can see it. It becomes contagious. That energy is contagious. That's my job. My job more than anything else is to energize people. We entertain here, we educate, and we inspire. That's the tenets of the Dolce diet, and that's what we do when you walk in. Got another minute or so, ladies and gents. It's time to jump off. Dolce, I'm glad I found you. I feel cheated following Jim Stoppani for so long, who encourages so much meat in his diet, sucralose and all supplements. I can't believe it. I know. And I like Jim. I have a relationship with Jim. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I like Jim. He's a smart guy. He's a good guy. But fuck, business gets in the way of everything, right? Jim Stoppani knows better. He knows better. He's a smart guy. He knows better. He knows better. I like Jim. That being said, I like Jim. Now, he's running a business. I don't know who he's beholden to within his business, and it's profits, and it's margins, and it's your P&L statement, it's your quarterlies, it's your earnings reports. I understand that. I run businesses also, but at the same time, you will never, ever, 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 ever see me make a pivot and change our core philosophies of educating you guys and giving you the proper information. Never will I ever be associated with a product or company that has sucralose in their products, because you know what sucralose is? Sucralose is simply for margin. It's sucralose just saves that company a few more cents per dollar as a sweetener. That's all it does. A few cents. Now you say, well, we sell 1,000 units, 10,000 units, 1,000,000 units. That starts to add up. But at the same time, it's not worth it. So again, I like Jim Stoppani as a person. As from what I do know about him, he's always been super cool and respectful. He's a smart guy, and that's why I say this. He's smart enough to know better. He also knows that you don't need 8 ounces, 12 ounces, 16 ounces of meat in a single sitting. Why not put more plant on the plate? And I guarantee you, all these fucking fitness experts out there will slowly but surely start adopting the Dolce diet principles. Watch what happens. They certainly will, because we've been ahead of this curve. 3 Weeks of Shredded came out in 2007. Living Lean came out in 2011. And I've watched. There was no grass-fed meats in 2011. There was no organic even in 2007. Now watch how the industry will change to what we've been talking about for over a decade now. Scooby, should I purchase 30-minute consult or 12-week plan? I'm a very active CrossFit and sports athlete. I really want to work directly with you and your team. Scooby, if your diet's already pretty much on point, you might want to consider the 30-minute consult. But if you want to follow a comprehensive meal plan, then go ahead and do the 12-week online program. Every meal, every ingredient is scripted exactly for you, and it's personalized for you. That would be probably the ideal. But if you just have a couple questions to make some tweaks, you want to get things right with your programming, with your rest recuperation, make a few dietary changes, then you can certainly do the consult. Technician, you got it, my brother. Awesome. How does the Dolce diet compare to the paleo diet? The Dolce diet is a non-exclusionary diet. We're not trying to fit you into our little box that has been proven scientifically to be incorrect. So the paleo diet says, well, we don't eat grains because Paleolithic man didn't eat grains, therefore we don't eat grains. Well, that's not true, because science has shown definitively that Paleolithic man did in fact eat grains, such as oats. So what then? Did paleo put grains or oats back into their diet? Of course not, because that breaks the entire tenet of the paleo community. So they just kept it out, and they came up with these, it causes inflammation, it causes this, causes that, it causes the other thing. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. So ours is non-exclusionary. If it's good for you, we consume it. Earth-grown nutrients only, though. Steak for breakfast. Right on, man. Money. Mr. Dolce just started the diet yesterday with a group of 7 people excited to make these gains. Woke up 1.4 pounds lighter this morning. Amazing. You're such an inspiration. There we go. Moni already down 1.5 pounds. Day 1. Getting it in. And keep me posted, please. Take your before pictures, please. All of you guys take your pictures. You guys should be entered into the $1,000 to Shredded contest. If you haven't, make sure you go to thedolcediet.com. Click on that link, 1K2S contest. Click on that. And somebody's going to win $1,000. Shoot, it might as well be you, right? Lincoln says the 3 Weeks of Shredded Egg Scramble is awesome, made as a fresh salad. I agree. I love that too. Ooh, so we have 7 different ways that you can make that. So you can have the same ingredients 7 different ways for 7 different days. Grass-fed or not, you're getting poisoned. Stefan, I would disagree. Look in the wild caught, my man. God damn, I was asking the same question 5 times. You were not answering. Tash, I'm sorry. Tash, scroll through and look how many hundreds of questions there are here. Hundreds. And I've been doing this for almost an hour. There's less than 2 minutes left. Tash, what's your question? I'm trying to find it. Day 5 of the Dolce diet, down 14 pounds. Boom. 14 pounds down in 5 days following 3 Weeks to Shredded, ladies and gentlemen. That is at thedolcediet.com, and that is from at Lincoln Hassan. 14 pounds down already in 5 days. Like I said, this is the most effective weight-cutting, weight loss program on the fucking planet. And it is non-exclusionary. It's not paleo. It's not keto. It's not intermittent fasting. The biggest complaint we have people following 3 Weeks to Shredded, I can't eat all this food. How awesome is that? Lucy, hello. Nilsson, I'm good. Thank you. Is it just a diet or training plan as well? It's a training plan as well. So you get the diet program and exercise program at thedolcediet.com. You mentioned low, medium, high carb cycling. Do you modify high carb on a rest day? Usually we go low carb on rest days unless we're trying to refeed for the next day. Sometimes I'll do that. I gotta go crazy on that day after. Let's say it's on Monday and I'll go high on a Sunday. I can't find. I'm looking for that question, dude. If you're still here, is it? Which protein shake is good for running? Tell me the name, Dolce. So it is a whey protein isolate, non-GMO, cross-flow, microfiltered, and cold processed. I think that's your question, Tash. A whey protein isolate, that would be ideal because you're looking for a protein. Whey protein isolate is the easiest form of protein to actually absorb. There's good plant-based products out there, but if I'm not going to buy a plant-based protein source, I'm just going to eat hemp seeds or chia seeds. Take 2 or 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, throw them into a shaker bottle of water, give it about 15 minutes or so they mix up, and there you go. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. 1 hour is up, and I will talk to you again soon. Boom.